After Sony launched the NW-M1ZM2 and NW-M1AM2, which are commonly known as the second generation of gold bricks and second generation of black bricks, Sony plans to add a new member to the Walkman series, NW-ZX707. The price of this little black brick is only about half of the second generation of the black brick, and even 1/5 of the second generation of the brick, making it the first choice for beginners. Let the editor unpack the box immediately to see what makes the NW-ZX707 stand out. NW-ZX707 is a small black brick. Of course it is matched with black. It is equipped with a 5-inch screen. The back of the music player is made of leather, and there is a space reserved for the Walkman logo and words, plus the aluminum polished metal frame, which feels very noble. Although it is not as heavy as flagship phones such as brick, it has a certain amount of weight, and it is relatively light to take it out on the street. The layout of the buttons follows the Walkman's consistent style. On the right side of the music player, there will be a switch, volume control, pause or play, switch songs back and forth, and hold. There is only one slot for SD card on the left, which can hold a MicroSD. There are 2 jacks on the top part of the music player, which are 3.5mm on the right and 4.4mm on the left. There is a USB Type-C at the bottom, which can be used mainly for charging. The circuit board of the NW-ZX707 is separated from the sound effect block and has a built-in memory capacity of 64 gigs. The highest power reaches 230 MW. The current generation NW-ZX707 is installed with the Android system like the flagship model. Many Walkman diehards have doubts about installing Android, worrying that it will slow down the body. After using it for a few days, the editor found that if you listen to music in general, it doesn't have much impact, but if you run apps such as Instagram, it may not be ideal. After getting the small black brick, the editor cooked it for about 100 hours, but it did not represent its final performance, so I would like to share my impressions after using it as much as possible. As a mid-range model of the Sony Walkman series, the NW-ZX707 is really good in detail. The editor used the M7 in-ear monitor headphones replaced with the Sony M12SB1 headphone cable for testing. NW-ZX707 inherits the characteristics of black brick, with 3-band balance, good detail, and satisfactory low frequency. The second generation of black brick will be stronger, but the overall strength is greatly improved compared with NW-ZX507. The editor is used to listening to rock songs. It is recommended to turn on the high-gain output like the black brick too. It will get a more refreshing and powerful tone, and it will also highlight high and low frequencies. The drum sound will be more detailed, and the human voice will be closer. 3. The frequency hierarchy will be more distinct. In terms of low frequency, adjust the equalizer to V-shape, according to the earphones used by the user. In the case of M7, just adjust the EQ to attain a satisfactory low frequency effect. NW-ZX707 turns on the high-gain output, and the effect is satisfactory. When listening to rock music, if the high-gain output is turned off, it needs to be turned on to about 74 to get a proper volume. After the high-gain output is turned on, the volume can be turned up to about 52. When playing pure music, the small black tiles provide a fairly fine-grained tone, and the second-generation black tiles are stronger in terms of fineness and sound field, but they are quite close. The editor also used WH-1000XM5 wireless noise-cancelling headphones for testing. The small black brick can make the headphones with LDAC function play to the extreme. If you use the iPhone and often feel that you can't use up its functions, and you don't want to buy an Android phone, you might as well consider the small black brick. Walkman software has the function of improving sound quality, namely DSE Ultimate and DSD upscaling. The DSE Ultimate function uses AI to simulate the frequency data that does not exist in the existing music data, thereby improving the frequency and dynamic range of the music. On NW-ZX707, the DSE function is applicable to Bluetooth headsets and music streaming services, while DSE Ultimate is not only effective for MP3, but also for CD-quality audio sources in FLAC and other formats, to enhance the sound quality. After the editor's actual test, DSE obviously feels that the sound field is narrowed, and it will still affect the human voice. I personally don't want to affect the performance of the human voice, so it is better to turn it off. In terms of DSD upscaling function, the Walkman can also upconvert the 384 kHz PCM audio source to DSD-256 in an analog way. It also supports DAC signal up conversion, use up the available USB Type-C cable, connect to a computer or other player, and upconvert the output signal to DSD-256. Turn on the audio output on the computer, increase the output to 32-bit 384 kHz, the Walkman can receive the signal and upscale it. There is no problem with these functions for general listening to music, but the editor used MacBook Apple TV to stream and watch the series Invasion, and found that the delay is quite serious. It is recommended to use it for listening to music. The battery life of the NW-ZX707 is not bad. Generally, it can be used for 21 to 25 hours with a 3.5mm jack, and 21 to 24 hours with a 4.4mm jack. Bluetooth SBC and LDAC can be used for 22 and 20 hours respectively. NW-ZX707 tri-band balance taste and music interpretation orientation are similar to black tiles, with clear mid-range and high frequency, faithful to the characteristics of earphones, suitable for listening to pop songs without adjusting EQ. In most cases, users can adjust the EQ to solve the problem according to their preferences. The NW-ZX707 is just the right size to fit into trousers, making it easy to take out on the street. All in all, the Sony NW-ZX707 definitely deserves the price of $899 as a mid-range music player. What do you think about the new player? Write your opinion. Thanks for watching and see you soon.